Anti-migrant protests flared up in London once again after police arrested a resident of the Britannia hotel on suspicion of assault. Tensions escalated outside the hotel, now used to house asylum seekers, as officers invoked Section 14 of the Public Order Act to disperse demonstrators. Protesters responded with chants denouncing the police order, accusing authorities of silencing public dissent. But before we get started, did you know that over 90% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? So if you find value in what we're doing here, lend us a hand and subscribe today. Thank you for your support. The Britannia Hotel, once a 4-star tourist destination, has become a flashpoint for growing anger over government-funded migrant housing. This weekend's protest follows months of unrest across the UK, with critics saying ordinary Britons face rising living costs and housing shortages, while illegal migrants receive accommodation, food, and welfare. Broadcasters and commentators argue the protests reflect years of frustration in which citizens voicing concerns about immigration were dismissed as racist and, in some cases, reportedly visited by police over social media posts. Demonstrators insist they are not far-right, but ordinary mothers and families demanding protection for their children, referencing past scandals such as Rotherham, where gangs, mainly of migrant background, were linked to systemic abuse. The backlash comes as more than 50,000 migrants have crossed the English Channel since Keir took office, a record number that critics say shows a failure of leadership. French authorities also confirmed the death of a woman attempting the dangerous crossing this week. Commentators warn that without tougher measures, such as turning back boats or stricter border controls, the crisis will only deepen. Protesters stress their anger is directed not only at illegal migration, but also at the government's handling of the issue. Critics argue that the state has turned against its own citizens, while communities feel increasingly overwhelmed. The situation, they say, risks tearing the country apart unless decisive action is taken. Do you think the UK government is doing enough to control illegal immigration, or has it lost control completely?